Great news, guys. We're all gonna be rich. I know there are only 3 NBA games tonight, but guess what? We only need 1. Lucky for us, I found the exact spot to lay all of our coins. I'll tell you about it in just a second, but first, hit the subscribe button. This is by far the greatest sports betting channel on YouTube. Everybody knows that. Only the finest sports bettors on the planet are subscribed, and we're still looking for more people. While you're at it, get the notifications on so you don't miss anything. It's the responsible thing to do. Anyways, enough about all that. Joel Embiid over 43.5 points plus rebounds minus 120 at ESPN Bet might be the greatest bet of all time. I know it's a big number. I can count. I also know that he played yesterday. I have YouTube TV. I watched the game. None of that matters. I know the haters think it does, but it doesn't. When it comes to big numbers, he covers them all the time. He just covered this number yesterday, and he only played 31 minutes. Guy was barely sweating. I saw the whole thing. And that pretty much solves the whole back-to-back thing, too. This game was during the day yesterday, and he only played 31 minutes. That's not even a real back-to-back. Even if it was, the last time Embiid played the second half of a back-to-back, he went for 42 and 15. Guy doesn't care about back-to-backs. What he does care about is nationally televised games and MVP awards. I know he says that he doesn't care about MVP awards, but that's exactly what a guy who cares about MVP awards would say. Classic MVP guy statement. Why does that matter? Because tonight, he's welcoming in the guy he beat out last year for the MVP award, Nikola Jokic. Everybody said Nikola Jokic should have won, so you know Embiid cares. Last season, when Denver came to Philly, Embiid went for 47 and 18. You're crazy if you think that he doesn't get caught up in this stuff. He's gonna go at the Joker, and the Joker can be had. If you're looking for big numbers, it's tough to really find them because Denver hasn't seen a lot of centers that play big minutes. Back in December, they saw Vooch from the Chicago Bulls, and he went 26 and 16 against them, but Joker got thrown out of that game. He didn't even do anything wrong either. That kind of was stupid. Point is, go through the game logs, they haven't really seen a center like Embiid this season. Even though there really is no other Embiid, still, they haven't seen a big-time center. It's really tough to get a feel for what's going to happen since that's the case, but here's the thing. We know Joel Embiid. He's nasty. I think 43.5 is way too low for this, and to be honest with you, there's no chance it's going to stay this low for the rest of the day. By the time it tips off, it could be 45.5, 46.5. We should get this now. So I already said that there are only 3 NBA games tonight, and the other 2 games, we're going to need some injury information first before we make any type of move. For that reason, there's not another NBA bet in this video. But if you follow me on Twitter at SlopRules, you're going to see if something does come about because of injuries, and I'm sure it might, because we're going to need something to bet at 10 p.m. tonight. It's just how we roll. But before I leave, let's talk a little NFL. I'm going to sound like your dad. I'm not trying to sound like your dad, but you need to start looking at the NFL right now. I know it's this weekend, and you still have a few days, but start looking now. This is the playoffs, people. Player prop lines are out, and there are deals all over the place. These things are going to move big time before this weekend, so locking in stuff now is the move. One thing that caught my eye was Jared Goff's passing yards. The total's 264.5 at FanDuel, and a lot of other places are in the 270s, including Pinnacle, that's at 272.5. Pinnacle is my standard in sportsbooks, so that's notable. That means we can take Jared Goff 275 plus passing yards plus 120 at FanDuel right now, while everyone else won't get anywhere near that price. There are football reasons for this too. Over his last 4 home games, Goff has been over 277 in all of them. The Lions play inside, and Goff is an inside cat. That's just how he rolls. He's just better under a roof. He's got the perfect opponent for an aerial assault too. On the season, only one team in the entire NFL gave up more passing yards to quarterbacks than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They blitz all the time, and they get burned by it sometimes. It happens. I know the haters are going to say that Goff sucks against the blitz, but that's not really true. The Minnesota Vikings blitz all the time, and we just saw Goff go 320 plus against them earlier this month. And if you want to compare apples to apples, he went 350 plus against this same Tampa Bay Buccaneers team back in October. Suck it, haters. What I like best about this thing is Tampa can stop the run, so we should be getting passing yards early in this thing. It sucks when you bet a guy's passing yards over, and then you watch the running backs just steal all the yards away early in the game. That shouldn't happen Sunday. On top of that, Baker Mayfield showed signs of life against Philly, so they could be throwing the ball all over Detroit and get a little baby shootout going. If that happens, Goff is going way over. I could even see playing 300 plus 225, or even 325 plus plus 400. It's all deadly. Feels right. I'll see you guys on the live stream later. Don't forget to turn on the notifications.